I'm Johnny with Balloon Animals Palm Beach, and today I'm going to show you how to make a balloon that reminds people of Gekko from PJ Masks. You will need 3 dark green 260s, 1 lime green 160, and 1 blush 260 scrap. My scrap is about 8 fingers long. Grab your dark green 260 and inflate it so you have about a 7-finger tail. Make a 2-finger loop. Pull the nozzle through the loop to lock that loop into place. Make a pinch twist. That is his foot. Now we're going to make his leg. So make an 8-finger bubble. And you're going to tuck this under your arm. Grab your next dark green 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8-finger tail. Make a 1-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. That is his hand. Now we're going to make his arm. Make a 5-finger bubble. Make 2 pinch twists. That is his neck area. Now we're going to make his torso. Make a 5-finger bubble. Now you're going to take this twist and you're going to wrap it into this twist. If you want to bring the balloon back up, make another 5-finger bubble, same size as this one, and wrap that into the 2 pinch twists that are his neck area. Bring the balloon back down, pull it between his legs, make a 5-finger bubble, bring the balloon back up, make another 5-finger bubble, wrap that into the 2 pinch twists, make a 5-finger bubble for his arm, make a pinch twist, and then you're left with one more 1-finger bubble for his other hand. So that's what you have so far. 2 arms, torso, 1 leg. Let's make his other leg. So grab the balloon that's untwisted, make an 8-finger bubble, make a pinch twist, make a 2-finger loop, and get rid of the extra. Tie that off. So this is what you should have so far, his body. Now we're going to make his head. Grab your next dark green 260 and inflate it so you have a 10-finger tail. Make a 5-finger bubble. Make a second 5-finger bubble, same size as this one. And twist those 2 bubbles together. Pull the nozzle through those 2 bubbles to lock that into place. Make another 5-finger bubble. Make another 5-finger bubble, same size as this one. And twist those 2 bubbles together. Get rid of the extra. Save this. Tie the 2 ends together. Now you're just going to take 1 bubble and pull it through the other 2 bubbles. To create a shape that's sort of like a green bell pepper. That's his head. Grab your blush 260 scrap. Make a 4-finger bubble. Tie it off on both ends. Leave yourself a tail on both ends so that you can twist it into his head. So grab his head, grab one end, twist it in. Pull the balloon across, grab the other end, twist that in. So that's what you should have so far. This is the bottom part of his face, which is his mouth and part of his nose. This is where his eyes are going to be and part of his forehead and the top of his head. And that's the back of his head. Grab your lime green 160 and inflate it so you have about a 12-finger tail. Then you're going to make a small 4-finger bubble. Then you're going to make a small 3-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make a small 3-finger bubble. Make 1 more small 3-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. So that's what you have so far. Now we're gonna let the air out of this, but we're gonna keep our tail nice and long. Tie that off. So now I've got a nice long tail here, and I'm gonna take this tail and I'm gonna push it through the top 2 dark green balloons of his head. And pull it out in between the blush bubble and the dark green bubble. Go ahead and tuck that pinch twist. Down in between those 2 bubbles. Now you're just going to take this tail, you pull it pretty tight, and you're going to wrap that into the dark green pinch twist that are his neck. So it's coming out in between the middle of the 2 pinch twists. Take that tail, push it back up in between the blush bubble and the dark green bubble. But this time you're going to pull it out in between these 2 dark green bubbles, which are where his eyes and his forehead and the top of his head are. And you're just going to tie the nozzle of the lime green 160 to the tail. And then I'm gonna go ahead and you're gonna go ahead and tuck this pinch twist in between these 2 dark green bubbles, and you can even wrap the tail into the pinch twist as you tuck that in between the 2 bubbles. So that's what you end up with. He's got his little spikes on the top of his head there. Now we're going to give him his tail, so grab your dark green 260 scrap, the longest one that you have, and inflate it so you just have a 1-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Put the pinch twist in the middle of his back at his waist. Pull the balloon all the way around his waist. And back to the pinch twist and wrap it in. That brings his legs together a little bit more, and it gives him a tail. And then what I do is I squish the tip to make this area at the base of his tail fatter. And this is a little bit thinner, and then I make a bend. Give his tail some shape. And now you just take these 2 green bubbles on his torso and you tuck the arm down in between them. Do the same thing on the other side. Now you're ready for the artwork. I like to use a brown Sharpie for his nose and mouth, but you can always use a black. Nose and a little line for his mouth. I use a black Sharpie for his eyes. Do his other eye the same. Then use a white Sharpie paint pen to color in the whites of the eyes. I also use the white Sharpie to give him eyebrows. And then you can give him some sort of knee pads. And some elbow pads. And if you want to do his Gekko symbol, I usually just do it on one side of the balloon because I'm not very good at doing it on both. And color it in. And that is how you make a balloon that reminds people of Gekko from PJ Masks. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do release videos on a regular basis, or you can leave me feedback or comments below, or you can check me out on my Instagram, Facebook, or website, Balloon Animals Palm Beach.